Hello friends, today we of Group 9 will be present about culinary theory. Let me introduce my team. My name is Muhammad Aliza Putra Martika, NIM 22. Next.
My name is Aisyah, NIM 011.
Culinary operational theory, basic understanding in opening a restaurant must be known as really as possible and as complete as possible. The basic understanding will help you to endurance but remain sensitive to the circumstances with of course if the progress your business. The culinary industry, food and beverage or restaurant is an extraordinary industry that almost never dies. Some of these aspects include first, business management, 2. Administration, organization atau supervisor, 3. Controlling, 4. Accounting, pricing product, 5. Promotion, 6. Protection and where the business is located and function. Early steps for culinary business. Product, something you can do to increase sale in the terms of product are as follow. Consider the hours of operational. Look again at the menu. Look at the decoration of the restaurant room. Also offers the front display in your restaurant, place, price, promotion. Some formula can be applied for the cost control, include opening inventory, item of good and need the purchase complete with the precise. Number 2, list of all purchase invoice. 3, closing inventory, list of all user raw material and count sold. 4, and all of the together and calculate the numbers must get the cost of your menu. Materi yang selanjutnya adalah kitchen management technique. 1. Kitchen planning. The role of organization in the kitchen planning in this modern sector. The application of ergonomic is aimed more at 1. Regulated employees' body attitude, 2. Working procedure, 3. Regulated work atmosphere, 4. Work planning, and 5. Application of ergonomic has been improved to be able increase productivity by as much 10%. Catering business as an industry. Complete is not only in the management sector but also operational hours will include 1. Selection of equipment that is more effective and efficient. 2. Planning and layout design of the room. 3. Hygiene sanitation maintenance. 4. Improve work safety among employees. Commercial catering industry itu ada 1. Restoran, 2. Cafeteria atau cafe, 4. Coffee shop and snack bar, dan lain-lain. Catering business is an experience grow especially in the composition and the type menu, design and decoration, technology and equipment. Catering industry that in social, company canteen, school canteen, hospital canteen, dan banyak lagi mas ya. Food material circulation. The purpose of a circulation review prevent crossing or contrading the direction of the materials, reduction the crowd people atau employees of the place, placing equipment with outdoor facility in the right place for stimulating the transportation of a good food. Phase 2 with the foodstuff store from 1. Purchasing, 2. Receiving, 3. Storing, 4. Preparation, 5. Serving. The receiving section is equipped with 1. Itu ada receiving dock. Receiving dock itu gunanya untuk vehicle that will lower rise a goods. Number 2, floor, made of strong and waterproof material, so it's easier to clean. 3, door, 4, room for receiving goods. 5, scale with capacity in the place a strategic balance.
So now I will talk about kitchen equipment. 1. Space layout. Kitchen activity reads. The employee moment can be described in 3 forms. Time diagram required. 2. Line diagram and model examples. Photographs or film recordings. 3. Time diagrams. Employers' activities can be grouped into 1. Transportation, 2. Processing or production, line chart. Employees' movement from one place to another are drawn in a line. Then the movement of each employee is made line. Then the movement will form a trip diagram employed in the kitchen. Now, 6 abilities that must be processed to become chef, namely, first, passion in cooking. As a quality chef, of course, must have passion or love for the world of cooking and be able to process ingredients into quality food. When cooking has become a passion, a chef will do his job with all his heart and create the perfect food. Jadi kalau kita pengen menjadi seorang chef, kita harus punya passion in cooking. Jadi kita mempunyai rasa kesenangan tersendiri terhadap memasak itu. Jadi kita harus punya passion in cookingnya itu. Kalau pengen menjadi chef, yang pertama kita harus punya passion cooking dulu. And multitasker. The important things that is owned by a chef is the ability to multitasking or do various things at one time. A chef will hold many jobs at one time. Chef must also be able to take responsibility for their duties and still pay attention to other tasks assigned to them. Able to work under pressure. The kitchen is one of the bushes on most stressful place, especially if here restaurant must serve many customers. The more customers, the more dishes that must be prepared and reserved. Not to mention if customers are very sensitive to punctuality, especially when they are hungry. That's why people who work in the kitchen, especially chefs, have to cook regularly and the result are still of high quality. Jadi kita harus punya multitasker, kayak kecakapan dalam bekerja itu, apalagi kalau kita sudah dalam menghadapi customer, kita harus siap able to work under pressure, kerja di bawah tekanan. Jadi salah satunya kalau kita pengen jadi chef itu kita harus multitasker, kecakapan dalam bekerja, dalam menghidangkan suatu makanan itu tersendiri. Quick decision making. Itu selanjutnya, chef must have the ability to make decision quickly. A chef must know what to do when the food he cook has an inappropriate taste. Chef also need to set strategies in serving food to guests in large number dan mencoba makanan itu tersendiri, maka itu diperlukan kekreativitasan dalam membuat makan. But important good taste, jadi tetap punya good taste tersendiri di makanan itu, tapi tetap kreatif dan cantik gitu hasilnya. So need and discipline, need and discipline. Reliable self-care about cleanliness. Moreover, food is an important part that must be kept clean, and chef must be aware that maintaining cleanliness is very important. Therefore, chef is required to be a neat and disciplined person when working. The chef will use many ingredients and cooking tools to stay comfortable and look professional. Chef should be able to arrange the kitchen mentally, such as putting material and equipment in place. That why the kitchen will be more awake and neat. Jadi harus disiplin sama harus disiplin dan bersih. Ya, jadi seorang so become a chef, we need a discipline on work, di dalam pekerjaan itu, for time, attitude, and for another pegawai lainnya kita juga harus disiplin. Kita harus menerapkan disiplin karena seorang chef itu sangat membutuhkan sifat disiplin, karena membutuhkan kayak terhadap waktu kerja, time work, terus terhadap bawahan atau atasannya kita juga harus menerapkan sifat disiplin itu. And qualities a chef must have. Dan sekarang kita bahas yang qualities chef must have. Kualitas yang harus dimiliki seorang chef. 1. Have a great interest. A qualified chef, of course, must have a great passion in the world of cooking and be able to process basic ingredients into high quality food and drinks. It is this interest that enables them to be creative, try new recipe, jadi mencoba resep baru, enjoy the cooking process and prepare food. Jadi qualities chef must have, ini salah satunya have a great interest. Jadi dia punya ketertarikan dalam memasak atau prosesnya itu tersendiri. Jadi benar-benar harus have a great interest. Jadi like try new recipe, itu juga bisa jadi mencoba hal baru, mencoba resep baru. And next, able to work with team members in the kitchen. For a restaurant, usually not only one person who works, they will work together so they can make delicious dishes that satisfy the customers. Therefore, a good chef is usually able to work with team members to make delicious menu. The ability to manage teams is also required. This is because some chef position must be able to handle kitchen staff, manage the budget for food and drinks, determine what ingredients need to be purchased and how much, to arrange work schedule for cooking staff in the kitchen. Jadi chef must have qualities ini selanjutnya adalah able to work with team. Jadi seorang chef itu harus bisa bekerja dengan baik sama timnya ini agar menghasilkan makanan yang baik. Kita harus sesama tim harus bekerja sama seperti ngatur bahan, membuat menu, mengatur menu agar menghasilkan good taste dari makanan itu tersendiri. And next, experience and expertise. After all, a qualified chef is a chef with experience and expertise in the world of cooking. With experience and cook, chef also understand how to provide dishes properly so that the result are satisfying. And selanjutnya, pay attention to details. A quality chef always pay attention to details and good result from the basic ingredients he process into cooking. He must be able to focus on doing his work and not miss a single thing. Mistake may occur, but certainly these errors will not have a major and significant impact on the quality and taste of cuisine. Dan selanjutnya, willing to accept critic and suggestion. Not everyone is able to accept criticism and advice, especially for someone who works in the culinary field like a chef. Jadi selanjutnya itu kita harus menerima kritikan atau kayak suggestion itu dari sebuah customer. But a quality chef will critically still be willing to accept criticism and advice when cooked. It feels sharp in the ear and spicy too. He was able to make this criticism and suggestion is a motivation to improve the result of his cooking in the restaurant to be better. Jadi when we being a chef, kita much a chef criticism and kita harus menerima kritikan itu dari orang-orang. Jadi it's make better gitu. Karena kritikan dan suggestion itu tadi membuat seorang chef ketika saat kita menerima suggestion dan kritikan itu it's make better gitu, membuat kita menjadi lebih baik lagi dan semakin menghasilkan makanan yang good taste dan baik. And pay attention to cleanliness. Quality chef also care about cleanliness, especially considering food is an important part that must be kept clean. Unclean food can cause various types to measure like this must be patient by chefs who have high dedication and commitment to work under pressure. Jadi kita harus bisa bekerja di bawah tekanan. So like when many customer dan banyak pesanan, kita harus tetap able, kita harus tetap bisa bekerja di bawah tekanan, work quickly, bekerja lebih cepat, but tidak menghilangkan result are still of high quality itu tadi. Jadi makanannya tetap berkualitas. And the last, have a high endurance. Most chefs can work long hours shift. It can be from morning at breakfast like 5 AM to the last dinner hours jam 9 malam. It is impossible that all this time they work standing, harus berdiri, harus tetap berdiri selama bekerja. And menjadi seorang chef kita harus bisa bekerja bertahan dengan tetap berdiri itu tadi. Working as a chef indirectly requires that person to have a good endurance and not get sick easily. Jadi ketika menjadi seorang chef kita harus strong, harus not easily sick easily, nggak boleh gampang capek, nggak boleh gampang sakit. Also make sure if you want to become or want to hire a chef, check your condition or medical. When you want to be a chef, kamu harus cek medical, ngecek kesehatan kamu sendiri itu dan kondisi kamu tersendiri. History to be able to make sure the person is fit or not occupy the position of chef. Jadi itu memastikan bahwa kamu itu memang benar-benar sehat dan kuat dan bisa untuk menjadi seorang chef. The health checks process becomes necessary because it takes into account the business of the restaurant on daily basis.
Ya, saya akan menjawab pertanyaan Alfian. NIM number 9. Why chef must have quality on your material? In an answer, because the job of becoming a chef is not easy thing. He must have good qualities such as creativity, have the ability to work in the teams. You know, are ready to accept criticism and have skill. That's why a chef must good quality. Tell me, NIM number 10. How a chef works under pressure. Bagaimana cara chef menangani tekanan atau pressure? Jawabannya atau the answer is the way a chef works under pressure is he must always be prepared for everything that's happened, be able to commit to his work, must be ready to accept all criticism from customer, and must have good cooperation with the team. Begitu jawabannya dari saya.
And the last, I will answer question from my friends, and this question from Nancy: how to store foodstuff properly so it's not easily damaged? I will answer. A good way to store foodstuff is where much first pay attention to the foodstuff itself, wet or dry. Jadi sebelum cara penyimpanan makanan terutama itu kita pertama harus membedakan makanan itu tersendiri. Makanan itu makanan bahan food material basah atau kering. If the foodstuff it wet, we can put in a closed container and keep it in the refrigerator. Jadi kalau itu makanan basah, kita bisa nyimpan di wadah tertutup, lalu kita simpan bahan makanan itu di lemari pendingin seperti itu. If the foodstuff is dry, we can store the ingredients, the food is covered and keep at room temperature. Jadi kalau makanan itu kering, kita bisa simpan di tempat tertutup, lalu kita simpan di suhu ruangan. Jadi kalau yang kering itu bisa nggak di lemari pendingin. And it's enough. And next question from Salsa: why the restaurant should have a point in your material like a place, price, and promotion in front display restaurant? So I will answer because that is the first step of restaurant to attract visitors atau customer by way of promotion, displaying price, and most most importantly is restaurant must have a strategic place. Jadi kenapa di restoran itu kita perlu, pertanyaan Salsa tadi, kenapa kita itu perlu dalam membuka restoran tuh kenapa harus ada tempatnya tadi itu, kenapa harus ada price dan promotion in a front display restoran. Jadi karena itu cara untuk attract, menarik customer atau visitors tadi yang akan datang dengan cara kita menampilkan menunya, makanan, price-nya tadi, harganya. Dan yang paling penting, the most is restoran must have a strategic place. Jadi di dalam kita ingin membuka restoran itu kita harus benar-benar cari strategic place atau tempat yang bagus untuk membuat restoran itu tersendiri, entah di tengah kota atau dekat dengan sesuatu tempat. Jadi harus yang benar-benar strategis. And I think it's enough from Aziz and me. Before I'm close present today, I'm sorry when I'm kalau banyak salah. Ini yang saya bisa is more makasih and thanks for your attention. Hope you like it dan semoga bermanfaat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.